let's dive in. What are the numbers that investors want from your financial model? So a lot of times, if you look at a pitch deck or you talk to a startup mentor like myself or someone who's got experience, they're going to tell you, yeah, in your pitch deck, you're going to need a pro forma, which is kind of this thing that you're seeing behind here where it says pro forma financials, and you're going to need some kind of graph. And that is true that those are kind of the representations that an investor expects to see in your pitch deck. But this is not what investors really want, these two representations. What investors really want from your financial model is they want to understand that you have a scalable, profitable business model and that you have a reasonable plan for getting to scale. And so the way I like to think about this is that your financial model is really a short, credible business plan told in numbers. So while it's great that you've got graphs and charts and a hockey stick and all those other things that people tell you you need in your deck, remember that the goal of the model is not to get those things. It's to demonstrate to an investor that you have a scalable, profitable business model and a plan for getting there. So when investors look at your model, there's basically 3 levels of credibility that they're going to be testing you on. The very first level is, did you actually do the work to understand your business? This means, in most cases, either did you create the model yourself or did you dramatically modify a template so that it accurately reflects how your particular business works. The next level, assuming that you've done that level of work, the next hurdle that investors want to see you jump is around credibility of your assumptions, right? So have you thought your plan through? Have you asked yourself good questions like, can I really acquire 5,000 customers with a sales team of half a person because my co-founder is only working part-time, right? Those are the kinds of questions that investors expect you to ask yourself and to integrate into the assumptions of your financial model, and then to be able to answer when they ask them of you. So assuming that you've done the work and that you have developed a credible plan, investors then kind of judge you on whether or not you understand which of all of the numbers inside of your financial projection are the most important, and do you actually track them and use them to make decisions. So it's really 3 levels of understanding of your financial model. And I will tell you, a lot of founders don't get past hurdle 1 because, and I'll talk more about why that is in a little bit. But if you can get already to hurdle number 2, where you feel like you've got a credible plan and you've asked yourself good questions, you're going to start to stand out to investors. And ultimately, building an investor-ready financial projection is not about being right. It's not about being 100% precise and correct. It's about shifting the discussion with the investor from, I don't believe you, into, that's interesting, why did you think that, or why did you assume that? And if you can make that shift, you've already kind of catapulted ahead of most of the people that investors are talking to.